and amphibians here. So we're going to take a quick kind of look around and point some things out, and I'm going to focus very particularly on one of my favorite animals that's in here today. So, Nicole, so in all of our tanks, we have a variety of different animals, everything you can actually find in your backyard. So from lizards like our green and gold, or varieties of our skinks. Ian, say hi. Sorry. We also have some animals that stay here year-round, like our corn snake and our box turtle that's on the other side. Some of the amphibians that you might see are our toads, who are currently hiding in their toad abodes. And those are our southern toads, so animals that you might find right in your own backyard eating away at a lot of our insects. The other animal that is a resident here, and we'll take a closer look at this guy, is our eastern box turtle, otherwise known as Boxy. But he's not the animal that I want to focus on today. The animal I want to focus on today is something called a woolly bear. All right? Has anybody out there ever heard of a woolly bear? Also, if you know what a woolly bear is, do you know what it turns into? Write it out in the comments if you think you might know. We're going to get up close and personal with this little guy right here, actually. And he's doing something really cool. So right now, this is one of our woolly bears. And this is a caterpillar. All right? And this caterpillar has all of these little pro legs, or the suction cups that are hanging him on to the side of this glass. But he's also doing something really cool right now. This animal is actually making its cocoon. So if I say it's making a cocoon, any guesses out there as to what type of adult animal this might turn into? Shout it out in the comments if you know, and we'll take a look closer here in 1 second. This animal is spinning silk, much like you think about with a spider spinning silk. It has spinnerets right underneath its head, which is right up here, just beneath, or just above, excuse me, its 6 true legs. So this is an insect, all right? So 6 true legs means that it is an insect. And this kind of yellow silk runs the whole way up above here. It might be a little bit difficult to see, but you might see it and stuck from this whole way down to this very bottom. And this animal is protecting itself now. And so what's happening is pulling in some of this mulch. It's going to stick to that silk, really. And then this animal is going to shed, right, or molt. And underneath will be the pupa. So this animal is turning into a moth, all right? So moths make their cocoons, and butterflies make a chrysalis. We'll take a closer look at some chrysalis here in a second. Something to remember about a cocoon is that usually it lays flat, or it's going to be up against something, much like what this guy is doing right now. So hang tight, I'm going to show you an example of a Luna moth cocoon right here. All right. So inside of this is actually leaf material that was stuck together with that silk, and inside, if you can see that little hole, that's actually where the moth came out, and the pupa was inside. And so this outer protective layer helps keep that safe. What's really cool is it's also going to provide a ton of camouflage. So a lot of what this guy is doing is actually providing himself some camouflage. So our woolly bear before was eating this plant right up here. It's called plantain. Our woolly bear is very common to our area. A lot of times everybody sees him. He's really hairy and black on the outside, and most of the time he's going to turn into a little ball and curl up, and you may even see some red stripes of his skin. And that animal, actually, that's how it protects itself. And so when he gets older, or older as in when he moves on to the next stage of his life, he's going to turn into this beautiful giant leopard moth. So these guys can get up to about 3 inches or a little over 3 inches in size, and they're this nice spotted black and white color, and they may even have some blue on the antennas or even their legs. So as a larva or a caterpillar, this guy is called a woolly bear, and as an adult moth, it's called our giant leopard moth. And so they'll actually eat quite a few things besides our plantain. So that's an example of a moth. I'm going to show you guys an example of a chrysalis before I sign out. All right, so in this tank right here, we actually have a variety of chrysalis. So chrysalis are our butterflies, moths are our cocoons. So right here we have some hanging chrysalis. These are swallowtails. So this particular one is a spicebush swallowtail. Just above it we had some common buckeyes that actually have already emerged or closed from their chrysalis. And just above that we have our black swallowtail. So these you can actually see are hanging. So when a butterfly spins silk, much like that caterpillar or woolly bear was doing, they actually only spin silk at the very top or in the very center as a cradle. And that's how they hang or protect themselves before the butterfly emerges. So those are some differences in the pupa stage of our butterfly and our moth's lives. All right, close that on up. That is our bug zoo. I hope you guys actually come and explore. A lot of times we change these things out, so you may see some different stuff if you're coming around. Always feel free to ask questions and let us know. And we're going to keep doing this on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. So tune in. If you have any suggestions or things that you want to hear about if you're in the garden, next time hopefully we'll be outside exploring different areas. Plants, animals,